Can I beat Genshin Impact using only Hexerei characters? Yes, that's right. We are finally starting a new Genshin challenge account. And this one, as I just mentioned, is going to be Hexerei only. The rules for this are very, very simple. I either use characters with a Hexerei talent or I use one of the Hexenzirkel mages. Now, I'd assume the Hexenzirkel mages would also have a Hexerei talent, but I had to clarify that because, I don't know, Genshin might do some weird stuff, and I really want to use the Hexenzirkel mages on this account. God, it has been a minute since I've last been here, and this time I have picked Ether. I normally never pick Ether, but I figured I'd switch it up this time. So, we're going to start this challenge account as we start every single challenge account, and go grab this chest over here. Also, don't mind the name of this account right now. It is wrong server, spelled incorrectly, and that is because I accidentally logged onto this account instead of my supports only account because it's on the same server. Although because I haven't done anything on this account, I just logged into the wrong account and then quit out. I figured I'd use this account because then I can at least still use supports only as a well to go in and collect materials if I need them, because I found that as being very, very useful. I swear to God, how do I keep screwing this up? So I have changed the nickname, it just has not taken effect yet. Now obviously, as is the case with every challenge account where I can't use a Traveler or Amber or anything, there's not too much I can do until we get to the pulling system. So I'm just going to have to stick with the Traveler. I'm not going to touch Amber, I will just use the Traveler until we can get to the pulling system, and then hopefully we either get a Sucrose, a Fischl, or a Razor, or we get lucky and we get a Mona. I am going to turn Paimon's voice off because it is going to really annoy me otherwise. Audio, dialogue volume, none of it. Because otherwise I'm just going to get stuck with Paimon's voice just getting cut off every half a second because I'm spamming through the dialogue and it's going to sound horrendous. Now this is where the first bit of combat is that I can avoid. This one is actually pretty simple to avoid. Now this one's a little bit tricky. We want to get right over here and send it off that way. Perfect. And then this takes 8 business days because I've got to push all of these slimes in individually. Okay, well, there's our only bit of avoidable combat done, which means now I can go claim a bunch of mail. And unfortunately, I started this account, I think, a day late. Otherwise, I would have got the live stream codes, but they have already expired. Also, of course, the second I finish a Fontaine only account, we get a Fontaine Chronicle Wish. No, I'm not going and pulling for Navia. I'm very much done with Fontaine only, and I will have to spend way too much time farming for Primos if I want to try to get Navia at this point, because I'm at 0 pity and on a 50-50. But I just find it funny that as soon as I finish that account, we get a Fontaine Chronicle Wish banner. But yeah, we're not going back to that account. It is very much done at this point, because now we have a new one, which is also fun because we had a Mondstadt Chronicled Wish relatively recently, I believe, with Varka. I think that was a Mondstadt Chronicled Wish then. So I also am a little bit late to the party for that, which means people like Venti here probably aren't going to rerun for a while. Well, now we meet our second unusable character and get promptly thrown into a unavoidable puzzle thing, whatever this is called. Now, I think people have tried ways around this, like you could burn the ground or whatever, but I don't think from what I've seen anything works. So unfortunately, we're just gonna have to do that. And then there is one more fight I have to do just around the corner here, which I will do with just a Traveler because that's slightly better than using Amber. After that, I do believe we unlock Wishing, so I should be able to use some proper Hexerei characters. What I did also just notice, which is kind of funny, I didn't even think about this, but until we get like Alice or Nicole or one of those Hexenzirkel mages, this is technically a more restricted Mondstadt only, because all the characters we can use are from Mondstadt. Now, I will need to double check this, but I think I have the best odds of pulling on the beginner banner, because I'm pretty sure it is just Mondstadt characters on there. So I have a higher chance of getting one of the characters I can actually use over pulling on the standard banner where there is every 4-star on there. Although unfortunately I only have one standard pull. Don't they give you more? Or is that later that they give you more? That might be Adventure Rank 10, actually, now that I think about it. Didn't they give you a free 10 pull, though, at the start of the game? Am I just remembering wrong? But I swear we got a free 10 pull right as we started, as we hit, like, Adventure Rank 3 or something. Wait. I just realized why I didn't get the 10 pull, or why I don't have the glider. And that's because this account was created a while ago, but because I never played on it, the mail for that expired, which means I can never get it on this account, which means I probably need to go retry this whole thing on a brand new, fresh account, which is kind of annoying. I really didn't think the mail would expire, but yep, it did. Looks like I'm going to have to start this all over again on a brand new account. Luckily, we're not too far into the quest, so it will only take me another, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes to get back to where we are at the moment. Okay, well now we are exactly back where we were, except this time, I have a 10 pull. So once again, we will deal with all of this stuff later. Okay, don't know why we still have the 5-star selector, but that's actually really, really good, because that means that I can grab our Mona. Just straight up, boom, give me Mona. There is Hexerei character number 1, and it is a 5-star. I don't know why that's still here, because I swear this was from a while ago, but I am not complaining whatsoever. We now have our first Hexerei character. So now, let's go try to grab a few more. So I'm definitely going to be doing my 10 pull on the beginner banner. Not only do we save pulls, we also have a better chance of getting one of the characters I can actually use. Now this first pull is obviously going to be a Noelle straight off the bat. Great, lovely, and hopefully someone else, although it's not. That is slightly unfortunate. But for now, we have Mona, so I at least have a Hexerei character. So let's put as much stuff on her as I can. It's just gonna be a Mona solo until I get someone else. So this is going to be interesting. And unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to get all of these chests because I need Pyro, unless I can do some weird way to glitch myself in there. Unfortunately, oh, never mind. I can do some weird way to glitch myself in there. Perfect. Can I even trigger these explosives? I can't even trigger the explosives. Never mind. I can definitely trigger the explosives. Now, I think out of all of these temples, there's only one part where I will need to use a character that isn't Mona. Actually, no, I think there's two. Pretty sure there is one in here, and then there is one in Lisa's temple where I need to activate a electro monument. Yeah, I do need to use Pyro here. But aside from that, I don't think there is any other times where I'm forced into one of the characters in these temples. The good thing about this account is that there's not too many characters I need, which means I should have plenty of pulls to pull for the characters when they rerun or release. So I think what I'm going to do is early game, I'm going to try to work on 100%ing as much stuff as possible, because then I can get a ton of pulls for whenever the characters I need release. And instead of just rushing through all the quests because I don't have anything I need to try to get to soon, I'll just take it a little bit slower than all my other accounts. Take it a bit more chilled out and slowly work through everything. Basically, try to 100% every region as I go, or get close to 100%ing every region as I go. I think that's probably not a terrible option. Can Mona just go straight over the top? Yes, she can. Beautiful. I thought that was going to be the case. That is much, much easier than ice bridging with Kaya. Why is this man always clapping? I swear every time we see him in these early cutscenes in the game, he's always clapping. Now we have one more of these I need to do. Then I believe I need to get to AR 15 or 10, one of the two, to continue on with the story. Well, here's the Electro Monument I need to activate. So let's just boot that one. And is that going to give us pyro enemies? Yes, it does. Beautiful. That makes my life a hell of a lot easier. Oh no, there's a hydro enemy. Do I need to fight the hydro enemy? Yes, I do. Let's deal with the hilly shells. And then I guess I'm going to have to use Lisa for the hydro slime, because there's no way I can deal with it otherwise, because Mona doesn't do a single hit of anything aside from hydro. What do we need? I think it is AR 15, but it might be AR 10. We do unlock the world boundaries, which is good. AR 10. Okay, that shouldn't be too bad. Let's go start with the easy stuff. That being the Adventurers Guild quest and the other easy world quests. Well, there's one of the quests done, but then I'll probably go do Kaya's quest. Also, I'm pretty sure this is the Hexerei buff quest. which I need to hit AR 15 for. So I should probably prioritize getting to AR 15 relatively soon. Because seeing as this account is Hexerei only, I kind of need the Hexerei buffs. I just remembered though, we can't get iron chunks with Mona. So that quest is going to have to go on pause. So now let's go do, what's the easiest one? I think Kaya's is pretty easy and it gives us more adventure XP. Oh, but wait, I just realized this bit requires cryo, doesn't it? And I don't think I currently have any way of getting around it because I obviously do not have a cryo character. I don't even think there is a cryo character we can use. We don't have access to cryo characters or dendro characters at the moment, which will make some stuff a little bit tricky. And we also won't have access to pyro until we get a 5-star. Basically, until we get one of the limited 5-stars, we only have access to Animo, Electro, and Hydro, which means I'm probably going to need to do a little bit of game-breaking stuff for some of these early quests, or I just skip them entirely. Because like I know for a fact, I will not be able to do Shangling's quest until I get a pyro character. I've already tried doing that before without pyro characters and it was not possible. Then I also probably can't do this at all. Actually, I probably can't do Kai's quest at all because it needs cryo and I do not have access to cryo. Maybe I could get Animo and swirl something, possibly. If I just put out like Mona's skill. No, okay, we're leaving because I don't want to accidentally kill them, because that would be quite bad. So I don't think Kaya's quest is going to be possible until I get Sucrose. I think with Sucrose, I will be able to do it because I'll be able to swirl. But until I get Sucrose, Kaya's quest is not possible. I thought maybe I could freeze them and the freeze reaction would cause the monuments to trigger. That's not working. So we will ignore Kaya's quest at the time being and go do Amber's, which I think is going to be a little bit more doable, but I'm honestly not too sure. I'm trying to remember the quest. I don't think there is anywhere in here where I'm locked to using pyro. I know there is a few times where I have to attack some enemies that require a bow character. That could be a little bit tricky, but maybe I could get away with it with Mona somehow. Aside from that, I don't think there's any pyro monuments or anything in here. That is AR9 though now, so maybe this will get us to AR10. There is another 275 adventure XP. We'll get another 275 from completing this. And that should mean I'd only need a couple hundred more to get to AR10. And then that's when I can finish the next bit of the Archon quest. Probably from there, just try to 100% all of Mondstadt, which not only would be a fun video, but would also mean I won't have any more problems with the Archon quest in the future, because I would have done all of farming and would be at an already high enough level to just basically blast through the entire thing in one go. So we'll see what happens, but that sounds to me like that's probably our best bet. Can I do this with Mona? It appears not. Yeah, no, she doesn't really aim upwards. Oh no, never mind, her skill can hit it. Okay, perfect. This part, however, is probably going to be a little bit tricky unless she can auto-target the enemy, which she does. Okay, perfect. Never mind, this will not be tricky. Was that one lower? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. That one there is just low enough for her to hit, but these are just slightly too high for Mona to reach. I can get that one though, which is good, but there is no way I'm hitting this dude. My only thought is maybe if I line it up perfectly, her skill will hit, but I don't think, I mean, that's pretty lined up. If that doesn't hit the explosive, yeah, it's not gonna work. I don't think there is any other way I can get through this, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to leave this one and come back to it when I have a character that can actually clear this. What can we do in here? Collect 3 rewards from Blossom of Wealth or Revelation. We can definitely do that. Equip 4 artifacts on a single character. Do I have 4 artifacts? I think I do. Speaking of artifacts, what I should probably go do is claim this free one from the church, because that will give us a 4-star artifact, which I believe there is a handbook thing for that, although it might be equipping a 4 set of a 4-star artifact. Whatever the case is, it won't hurt to get a 4-star artifact, so let's grab that, which gives us an achievement. And is it going to be anything good? I mean, probably not, because it never is, but it is. Ooh, you know what? not the worst piece I have seen. I have seen much, much worse pieces from that free artifact. Well, that's that done. So now we can move on to a few more things. Let's cook 5 dishes. That's easy. And we'll do the blossom one as well. And then if I see a couple chests on the way, I'll grab them. Because if I collect another 7 more chests, I can get another page in the book completed. Or another challenge in the book completed. I could also fight the Cryo Abyss Mage. But I don't think that with Mona, I'm gonna be able to do a whole lot against that thing. I mean, we do a tiny bit of damage to the shield, so maybe I can do this fight. It's going to be the slowest Abyss Mage fight you've ever seen. I reckon as long as I stay out of the water, I won't have too much of a problem with getting frozen. So it's just a matter of doing a ton of normal attacks to very, very slowly and painfully take down the shield. And there we go. Cryo Abyss Mage down. And we get another chest from that. That gives us another 200 Adventure XP. Bringing us only 100, actually less than 100, only 75 Adventure XP off hitting AR10, which I could probably get from just claiming this waypoint here. Not quite. We are now 25 off, so now clearing one of these should get us to AR10. We'll use 40 resin, why not? There we go. There is AR10. There is also page or chapter 3 of the book done. We can also now continue with the main story quest, which I will go do. But first, let's see if I can bring home someone usable. So our last temple on the beginner banner, what are we going to see? We see a 4-star, Fischl, Razor, Sucrose. One of those 3, please. Oh, okay. Honestly, best pick. Razor out of that is perfect because he is an actual DPS. That was lucky. Okay, I will happily take that. Honestly, could not have gone much better. And also can buy enough of these to then go do a 10 pull on the standard banner, which is going to give us another 4-star. And hopefully we're going to see someone usable again over here. Or a weapon. I wouldn't be too sad about a weapon. Can't use Fremine, unfortunately. But now we have our second Hexerei character. And Razor's actually an incredible pick because, as I said, he can already be a DPS. I don't need to try to build Mona as a DPS. So, Razor, let's get you on a little bit of a build for the time being. Throw you on a weapon. We'll level that weapon up. And we'll throw you on a few artifacts. You can have the most crit-focused ones because you will be the character doing damage. So, the best pieces will go on Razor. Mona can get stuck with everything else, so I am going to put that on Razor because it is a lot better than healing bonus. And now we have a DPS, which should make some of this content a little bit easier. So now that we have hit AR10, we can continue with the main story quest. So let's go do that now. We'll get to as far as we can in here, which I actually don't remember when we next have to try to level up the world, but I think it is when we first meet Devardon, like just after that part on the cliff. I think that's when we will need to level up the world a bit more. So we'll try to get to there today. And then after that, I will probably need to put some effort into farming because I don't have any quests I will be able to do to get to this world leveled up. No, I'm actually really looking forward to being able to use Razor because I have never built him on any account. Especially because from what I hear, his Hexerei buff makes him actually quite viable. Obviously, he probably wants a little bit of a better team than just Mona, but she will buff him. It's better than it being like Fischl, because Fischl won't do anything really. She'll just make him be able to use his Hexerei buff. Mona will at least enable him to do Electrocharge, and she'll give a little bit of buffing, so that's actually not a terrible pick. I find these cutscenes so funny with the dialogue turned off because I'm just hearing sound effects right now. There's no music because my music is turned off. There's no dialogue because my dialogue's turned off because I do not want to hear Paimon yapping for hours and hours on end. So it's just all sound effects. Is it just me or is Paimon's cape thing very, very blue at the moment? I thought it was more of like a dark blue, but with this lighting right now, it is like bright blue. That is very contrasting to the rest of her design. Well, now it is time to borrow the Holy Lyre. Do I spy with my little eye a chest? You saw nothing. Dang it, he saw something. I've never noticed that chest though, and now I need to get it. Thank you. And now we run. Now we get out of there. Perfect. Ew, get this non-Hexerei using character off my team. Oh, I forgot they did that. No, for the amount of times I have restarted this game. I really do forget a lot of parts in this first story quest, but I mean, I suppose that's because I've only paid attention to it once, which was on my main account. After that, I kind of just spam through everything and don't pay a whole lot of attention to anything. So there we go. Holy Liar acquired. There is AR12. I don't think I have actually done daily commissions in, well, probably since they introduced the long-term encounter point system. But I'm assuming I will be doing a few more dailies because I don't think the long-term encounter points unlock for a little while yet. Why the hell is this one all the way over here? And that one's all the way over there. Okay, no thanks. That's going to be a pain to get to. We'll deal with that later. You know, I was just thinking I should probably craft up prototype for Mona because I believe prototype Amber is a craftable weapon and it can heal, I think. So that's probably not a bad option because as you can see, Razor's HP is not looking too nice at the moment. Again, another instance of just sound effects and no dialogue or music. So there's just a lot of rushing wind right now. I forgot this cutscene was even in the game, but it's so funny to see Lumine in this cutscene because, as I mentioned at the start of this video, I've only exclusively used Lumine as my main character, so normally that is always Ether. Also, why is there dialogue now? Because there wasn't dialogue before. But there we go. That is Act 2 of the Mondstadt story quest completed. We need to get to AR 18 to continue, which means I'm going to need to do quite a bit of farming. Well, we do have a lot more quests we can do. I cannot do this one, or this one, which means that I only have these quests to deal with. Yeah, why not? Let's go finish the dailies. So then I can finish that quest, and then I will go do the mining quest. There is AR 14 from just grabbing that teleport waypoint. AR 15 will also give us, I believe, character ascension, and more importantly, the witch buffs. So I can actually finally unlock those for these two characters. In the next video, I am probably going to go do a bunch of farming and try to 100% all of Mondstadt, or at least most of Mondstadt or a part of Mondstadt, I'm not too sure. I'll try to at least get some of the areas of Mondstadt 100%ed, so then I can continue on with the rest of the quest without having any issues. But that is all I'm going to have time for this video, so I hope you guys did enjoy. If you like this video, do go check out the last video on my channel. And with that being said, do consider subscribing, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.